Hey guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share, likes, and watch this video. This is already in math academic knowledge. All you have to do if you want to take the board exam this 2020, watch all my video here from 1 to 15. Every week, I will also upload another video in order you to recall everything, whether it's a calculus, analytic geometry, statistics, basic algebra, trigonometry, and even also discrete mathematics. Any kind of problem that I will upload, please subscribe my channel and so that you can be also notified in order you to see my video. And at the same time, the tip that I will give you on how to pass the board exam: number one, you should have your own formula. Number two, memorize all the formula in all mathematics, because you should know how to analyze the formula as well as the problem. Number four, you should know how to use the calculator properly. So different kinds of calculator, different techniques, different styles. So it is one way also on how to use the calculator properly, especially for in the engineering, at the same time in taking the LET math exam. And for those who will take the college entrance test, all you have to do is also to practice yourself as much as possible. Buy also other books. That's one way. And also, you can also subscribe other channel so that you can see a lot of different techniques in also how to compute. And at the same time, you should also, what do you call this one? Join other Facebook group, like for example, Math Challenging Exam, Math Exam, and so on. Different kinds of names for the different groups so that you can focus everything in math. Different style, different techniques, different way of methods of problem solving, and you also, what you call this one, another style of math problem methods or math problem sentences. Okay, let's proceed for 147. Let's proceed for 147. Given that the slope of a line is -3 and the line passes through the point -2 and 4, write the equation of the line. So we know that the formula for the slope, we have the value of m is equals to y of 2 minus y of 1, and then we have x of 2, x of 1. And the equation should be y of 2, y of 1 is equals to m, x of 2, x of 1. And our m given is -3 and passes through the point to -2 and 4. So let's try to substitute. So y minus 4, actually this is the y of 1, and then x of 1. This one, take note. And then after that, we have the -3, and then x minus -2, which is the -2. And then after that, multiply x plus 2. So x positive 2, negative times negative will become positive, negative, and then y minus 4. And then multiply, this will become -3, -6, minus 4. And then after that, this will become y negative, this will be x minus 6 plus 4, and then y is equals to -3x, -2. So the answer is -3x minus 2. And the best answer for that is letter A. So, y is equals to negative 3x minus 2. So, you need to focus already the equation of the line. See to it that the slope is given. Letter 148. So, this is the given. Limits. So, the given is x squared minus 3x, x squared minus 9. And x approaches to 3. When we speak about limit, we are referring that the value should not be equal to 0. And that will be the functions for the limit. Actually, there are two kinds of technique in getting the limit. Actually, I think there are 5 in order to get the limit. But this is very simple. All you have to do, if we will substitute 3, 3 squared will become 9 and 3 times 3 will become 9. So, automatically, the answer will be 0. But, guys, take note. In limit, it should not be always a 0. So, all you have to do, x squared. What's the factor for this one? Let's have the factor for x. X times x will be x squared. X times negative 3 will become 3x. And at the same time, if we will factor this one, x squared minus 9 will become x plus 3, right? And you will cancel and cancel this one. So, if x approaches to 3, we will proceed for 3. And then 3 plus 3 will become 3 over 6. And the answer is 1/2. Right? So, that is our final answer. But another technique for this one is that if we will look for the derivative of x squared, other way, other way. Other ways, what is the derivative of x squared 3x? We have 2x, right? And at the same time, this will become 3. And the derivative of x squared and the derivative of this x squared is 2x. Right? Derivative of x squared minus 9 is 2x. And 9 will become 0. So, if you will substitute 2 times 3 minus 3. And then 2 times 3. This will become 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 and then 6. This will become 6 minus 3 is 3 over 6. This also the same as 1/2. 6 and 3 is also the same as 1/2. So, same answer. Take note, guys. This is the other way in getting the derivative of this problem. Okay. Derivative of x squared minus 3x will be 2x. And this will become 3. And the derivative of x squared will become 2x. So, 2 times 3 will become 6 minus 3. And then 2 times 3 will become 6. So, 6 minus 3 will become 3. And then 6. And if we will reduce this one to the lowest term, this will become 1/2. Okay. Let's proceed for 149. 149. Find the derivative of y ln x squared plus 3. So, when we speak about the ln functions, we are referring for the derivative of this x. We know that derivative of x squared, take note, derivative, let u will be 2x, x squared plus 3, and the derivative is 2x, right? We know that the loan is, we have loan of x, which is also considered as a 2x. We will place this one. And the reciprocal for x squared over 3 will become x squared plus 3. So this will be our final answer. So the answer is letter B. Take note, guys. That will be the derivative of loan of x. So you need to be familiarized everything in math. Okay, let's proceed for 150. 150. Okay, this will be the limits. Find the limits. If the limit approaches to 0, t squared minus 3t plus 2 divided by t minus 2. And we know that the factor for this one is, let's have this one, t and then t. What are the t? What do you think? What are the factors for this one as a 2? Let's have, this will be positive, right? Negative 3t, negative 2, and then the other one will be negative 1, because negative 1 and then negative 2, this will become negative t, and then negative 2t will become negative 3t in the middle, right? And then after that, t minus 2, and then we will proceed for this one, and limit will be approaches to 0. So again, let's substitute 2 minus 1, and the answer is 1. So our answer is letter B. Take note, guys, this is just a factoring. Okay, let's do other method. So the derivative of 2t squared minus 3t is 2t minus 3. Is that correct? And the derivative of this one will become t only, right? So the derivative of t, which equivalent to 1. So substitute 2 times 2 will become 3 over 1. 2 times 2 will become 4 minus 3 over 1. So 1 over 1 is equals to 1. So this is also another method. Take note, derivative, 2t and then 3. So this will become 1, automatically 0, and this will become 1. 2 times 2, 4, minus 3, the answer. So there are two ways of method. One is factoring, and the other one, look for the derivative. Okay, let's proceed for 151. 151. Find the limits of limits is approaches to 5 and the square root of 3x plus 1. Take note, 3x plus 1. Let's substitute. So, square root of 3, substitute the value of 5 plus 1, This will become 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1, 16. And the square root of 16 is 4. So the answer is letter D. Okay. Okay, let's proceed for 152. We know this is already the derivative. And we know that derivative has also a formula for the quotient rule. What will be our rule for the quotient rule? We have in division, this is automatically D as this of X, U over V. So what will be the formula? U dV over dx minus U, oh sorry, this is the V. And this is the du. And then U times the derivative of B over dx over B squared. Again, what is our given? X squared 5x to the 6th power minus 1. Automatically, this is the U and this is the V. Okay, what is the derivative of U? So, we have 2x. So, this is the du. And we have the dv, which is automatically 30x to the 5th. Am I right? So, let's try to substitute for this is already our given. And substitute for the formula. We have 2x multiplied by 5x to the 6 minus 1 minus 30x to the 5th. And then we have, sorry, this is x to the 5th. X to the 5th. And then we have x squared divided by b squared, which is 5x minus 5x to the 6 minus 1 squared. And then after that, if we will multiply this one, this will become 5 times 2, which is 10x to the 7 minus 2x. And then after that, if we will multiply this one, this will become 30x to the 7. Is that correct? This will become 10x minus 2x. And then we have 30x to the 7th power all over 5x to the 6 minus 1 squared. And then after that, we will subtract. So both 30 minus 10x to the 7, this will become negative 20x to the 7 minus 20 divided by 5x to the 6 minus 1. So, squared. So, our answer is, okay, so this will be our answer. Or we will have the factor. Sorry, this is x, sorry, again. This is x. Again, 10x. We will 10x to the 7 minus 30x to the 7. We have negative 20x to the 7 minus the 2x all over 5x to the 6 minus 1 squared. And then after that, we will factor this one. how do we factor? And the factor for this one is negative 2x multiplied by 10x to the 6 plus 1 all over 5x to the 6th power minus 1 squared. Okay. So, after we have already factor, this is the answer, factor this one. So, we will get the final answer. And, this will be, so the answer is letter A. Take note, you need to memorize already the formula for the derivative. Actually, there is a derivative for the constant, derivative for addition, derivative for the multiplication, and at the same time, derivative for the quotient. So, we need to study first the quotient rule. So, this will be the quotient rule. Just still remember that this is the u and the v. So, apply the formula v du minus u dv all over dx and then v squared. So, again, so we know that x squared and derivative of x squared will be 2x. And derivative of b will be 30x to the 5th. And then proceed for the formula. So, guys, this will be your quotient rule derivative. Okay, let's proceed for 153. Find the center of the ellipse. Has an equation of 4x squared plus y squared is equals to 8x. So, first, we know that the formula for the ellipse, we have, if the center at h and k, there is a major axis parallel to the y-axis. So, we know that the formula for the h and k, we have x minus h, b squared plus y minus k squared, and then a squared is equals to 1. So, let's try to analyze the problem. Compute or find the center. So, we have given 4x squared plus y squared is equals to 8x. So, all you have to do is to compress 4a squared minus 8x plus y squared is equals to 0. And then, after that, we will factor this one. So, 4x squared minus 2x. And we know that there is a half or completing the square. Take note, what is the half of 2x? So, half of 2x is plus 1. Then, after that, we have y squared plus y squared. And then, if we will factor for the y, which equivalent to 0 squared. And we know that this one, automatically, this will become x squared, or sorry, if we will go to this one for another factor, x minus 1, right? How do we get this one? X times x, x squared. 1x, negative 1x plus negative 1x will be 2 squared. 1 times 1 will be 1 squared. And then, y minus 0 squared. Automatically, there will be a 4 here because this will become 1 and the other one will be 4. So, this one, again, in order to get. Okay, so our center will be 1 and then 0. So, the answer is letter B. Take note, letter B. So, that will be our answer. So, how do we graph this one? How do we get if this is will be our center? First, if you will draw this one, if you will draw the x-axis, let's have a red one or the blue one. Let's try to draw in this side. Okay, let's try to draw. Again, if this is 0 for our y, and our x will be 1, so 1. So, again, so this will be our we have the a squared, which equivalent to 4, and then a, so the square root of 4 is 2. So our major axis, automatically, this is 1 and this is 2. And then the other one, we have equivalent to 1. So equivalent to 1. So again, how do we find this one? This is our drawing. So this is 1 and 0. This is the 2 as the major axis, and the 1 is the minor axis. So I'm not very good in drawing, sorry my dear, but our center will be, this is the 1 and this will be the 0. So this will be the ellipse. Okay. So this is very easy for who wants to take the let. Just familiarize the question. Just familiarize the question.